All right, guys. I am taking my wife's vehicle. Yeah, she has the nice one. Well, truth is, what happened is that her truck went out first. I was next on the list to get me a car, but you know what? I'm glad because I still didn't know what I wanted to get. I think I do now. I think I do now, so should be interesting. All right, guys, I am here. All right, guys, I figured that might get awkward. No music, just me walking around and y'all hearing me breathe. But let me tell you something. When I'm telling you I was happy, I can't explain it. So check this out. What's actually going on is that they've recently required another local nursery, which I'm happy because I believe that they can do some amazing things. That nursery over there was just completely overpriced and the plants just wasn't being taken care of. They had an awesome selection. And actually, that Madridian that I own, I actually bought from them. So the selection is legit. It's just the care just isn't optimal all the time, you know? So they're going to be acquiring that store. So maybe they have an agreement to make the prices lower or whatever it is. I don't care. I just know I'm going to try to take advantage of this as I can. Now, I spent too much money today, so I'm not going to be able to go in there for a while. But there are a couple of other beauties that I wanted to get. All right, let's talk about it. This is what kind of caught my eye right here. That's the El Choco Red. I'm starting to see it pop up a little bit more in stores. And, oh, my goodness, y'all, take a look at those Signoniums. Do you see that? Aurea, I believe I'm pronouncing it right, the Signonium aurea. They have that white and blue cream. This right here is a Japonica, I believe I'm pronouncing it right. I see them pop up more and more. I'm becoming more interested in them, but guys, all of these plants are beautiful. I came all the way here to get me a PhilodendronRed Heart, and I just was not seeing it on the table. So I was getting a little bit frustrated. However, these plants are so freaking gorgeous, aren't they? I mean, they're vibrant. Look how healthy they look. They don't even look real. That leaf in the back of that El Choco. All right, and this is another one that I tear up the name with, but it's a Philodendron Warzorki. I believe I'm pronouncing that right, probably not tearing it up, but they are beautiful. I actually used to own one of them. It was a mature one, but it died. I think that the grow light killed it. From my understanding, they do not like grow light. So if I could just put it in a room where light was at, which I had it by the window, oddly enough, and it really was thriving. But I tried to get fancy and moved it, y'all. And yeah, it never was the same. Over here, they never really have much over here, but some anthuriums and something else. That's just odd. I just had to show y'all the Monstera. Actually, I wanted to check out the price to see what it was for. And they had it for $39, which isn't bad compared to what the prices of it usually can be, especially in here for half the size. So I'm like, wow. And let me tell you all something. I love this store so much and I'm willing to pay a little bit more for the prices. It's because they have a guy in there named Jack. This guy knows his plants. Gosh, if I could tell you somebody who I love in this plant community, it is him. He knows his plants, and I've been around people who bull drive you, tell you one thing and then are they doing it and you don't know whether to trust it. Then you turn around and do what the advice gave you, and you turn around and don't have no plan, and you trying to figure out what happened, and it's not what you did. It was what was suggested to you. You followed the directions, so don't make people think you're crazy for that. But this guy, Jack, knows his stuff. Everything he's telling me has told me, anything that he tells me completely works. Okay, so just look at his work. This is all him. It was so funny because while I was in the store, I heard him tell the cashier or something. He was like, is there any way you can kind of like, jokingly play and tell the other lady she doesn't have to worry about watering the plants? I was just sitting there looking. I was like, wow. I was like, I know I get it, but he cares about his plants and he just want to make sure they stay vibrant. Because, I mean, this is his bread and butter. He knows it. All right, guys, and I see some black and gold on the floor, but do you know I have not been able to find the black and gold orchid mix, and I'm so glad that I didn't waste my money in buying all those bags. That's Super Thrive, guys. That's what it looks like, okay? When anytime you go into the store, you see that, that's the Super Thrive that I'm referring to. All right, guys, so I'm gonna have to tell my wife about this purchase because I didn't have enough in my own account, and I had to go into the checking account. It's like the Kevin Hart thing, from the checking account to the bank account thing, move around. Yeah, well, it was gonna take longer. It was gonna take a whole week in order for me to get the money I needed in my account, and I didn't want to take the risk on coming back and it's not here. So yeah, but I do not want to let her know how much I spent.